Why are you addicted to porn? I'm Jessica Go, trauma coach in childhood abuse. I want to share with you my story about overcoming my attachments to porn. And then I'm going to share with you what is the reasoning behind that you and I have been addicted to porn because of childhood trauma. I was brought up in a Chinese Malaysian family where women are seen as second-class citizens, that we had to be the one cleaning, cooking, as well as working. Basically, to be a slave for the man. And I was brought up with an extremely wounded father who was deeply suppressed by his parents and by his siblings, especially being the youngest in his family out of 13 siblings. I got introduced to porn because of my father. He was so disconnected and he turned to porn. He bought porn magazines, he had porn on his computer, he was recording himself having sex with a hooker on his mobile, and I found a condom in his trousers as I was doing the laundry. And it breaks my heart that I was exposed to this because I felt so ashamed of being a female. And I've witnessed this growing up as a teenager and in my early 20s. As I looked through the porn magazine, I felt disgusted by what I saw, especially with the last image of a face of a little girl on a woman's body. And then when I came across to all these porn sites, it really deteriorated my self-esteem and my self-worth as a woman as I saw an old man raping a teenage girl on a porn site. And as I started to engage with lovers, they wanted me to watch porn with them. And I did once, and I thought that was the most revolting thing. How could you get turned on by that? How do you see me as that woman in the porn video? And I thought that it's okay to allow men to just penetrate us. That it's okay that sex is disgusting and revolting. It's just an act. There was a part of me that was drawn to the dark side of sex and porn. And there was another part of me that knew this wasn't right. My dad was a role model of what sex is to me, of what it's like to be in a relationship with a man. And for me to start seeing that this is normal, I attracted toxic and wounded men because I didn't know any better. So I want to bring this back to childhood trauma. The porn industry is deeply corrupted. They are programming society of rape consciousness. This is how you have sex with a woman or with a man. It's important to know that we don't need to turn to sex for sex education or how to make love to a woman or a man. That is not a true representation of what lovemaking is. There are different ways to do so if you find the right tantra teacher or the right tantra workshop, as well as other philosophical systems where lovemaking is all about receiving and giving pleasure, not an act of doing for instant gratification. It has to be a win-win for both parties and not forced upon. So with childhood trauma, why is it that you and I have been programmed into shaming ourselves for our sexuality? It's because you and I had a really controlling mother, an overprotective one as well, and possibly a father, and you were deeply suppressed for your sexual identity, that you were made fun of, that it's not okay to be sexual or to be a woman in this world, or it's not okay to express your needs as a man. This occurs from 18 months to 3 years of life, when you were a toddler and mum controlled you. She conditioned you to be a good boy or a good girl. And we've been shamed for our individuality and also our sexual identity. Have you ever thought about all of the past experiences in your childhood and in your teenage years where you were shamed for your identity as a male or as a female? That you were shamed. That's exactly how I was conditioned. And this is why so many are turning to porn, because we have experienced a deep embedded shame around our self-worth and around our sexuality. That it's not okay to have sexual desires, that it's not okay to feel pleasure. It's not okay to be your true nature. So if this sounds like you, and you are ready to break free from pornography, and you want to feel safe in your sexual identity and your individuality as who you are, then you might be interested in my free upcoming web class, how you can let go of rejection and relationship abuse from the impacts of childhood trauma. Simply click on the link below and it will bring you to a different page for you to register for my free web class. May this serve you, my love. And remember to be the light that's in your heart.